Welcome to the Magic City, the football capital of the South, Birmingham, Alabama, home to the UAB Blazers, and the fans here have been eagerly anticipating this clash. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the American. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Blazers will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will take the first swing of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce?
Breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
With the catch, it's Rodgers. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's look big picture at Northern Illinois. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited, and a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
The Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Caught over the middle. It's Givens. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, no secret. This guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to
25-yard line. So UAB's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
From the gun, running back on the move. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. Third down coming. Looking to throw, it's Kitna. Grab near the marker, it's Klein. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. The Blazers are on the move. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Finding an escape route. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. The snap sets up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Blazers will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The punter had to rush, and he probably rushed too much. This is a terrible kick. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. This offense has it with really good field position. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Got it behind the line. It's Hooks. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Kitna. Here's the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Blazers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UAB. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Syracuse packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Otto's Army with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in central New York. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Catch in the middle. It's right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
We've reached a break. It's UAB on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Caught behind the line. It's Ferguson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Blazers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught near the sticks. It's hooked. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field is Kitna. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Blazers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Defense in press coverage. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Defense might bring the house here. To the air on first down. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the back. And wings it incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And, guys, that 3-ball has us all tied up here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's taking the shot. Brings it in down the left side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. They'll give it to Johnson. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Gets it to him on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. Just dismissing tackles.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Blazers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal coming up. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the offense will take any help it can get. Thanks for the penalty. 2nd and goal, closer to the doorstep. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Kitna. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly, running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about UAB. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help them. Turning it on! Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blazers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Blazers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, running back gets the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to fire on second down. That's reeled in. It's Bryant. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Northern Illinois putting together a threat in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Northern Illinois looking to convert on 4th down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
From the gun. Fakes the grab on the left. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll immediately call timeout.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
UAB 17.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Birmingham. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Protective Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Kick is in the air. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Givens. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
The Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. And the Blazers will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Release to the back. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball in the ball.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They boot it away.
Returner runs out of bounds.
UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Dropping back, it's Kitna. Fires to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Right down the middle. Touchdown, UAB. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bryant. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down and more. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Bryant. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The handoff to Johnson. Shakes off the defender. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they go back on top. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Illinois took care of business today. They left little doubt about how this one was going to go almost from the start. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Blazers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense looks like they're coming. Looking to throw, it's Kitna. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Milner. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker, he's a yard short. And the Blazers will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll give it to Johnson. Running into the open space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
It'll be 3rd and long. Slings it. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
To the air, it's Kitna. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Blazers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding 2nd and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the 3rd down and short.
And the Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to sneak it.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Crosses the 40. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Blazers have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got it in the middle, it's Hooks. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Dropping back, it's Kenta. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking for space. It's Jackson. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to back and leaves it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Blazers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage. Run the quarterback sneak. Get the 1st down.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Off the RPO, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And we are tied, and we have set the stage for quite a finish.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Givens. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this is a big drive for this offense. Man, late in this football game, you need completions, but let's not forget to work the sidelines. Make sure we get 1st downs. Huge drive coming.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They're in a perfect situation here, David. Just make sure you drain the clock and you have the last play.
100%. You can't lose. That's how you want to do it. Bleed the clock. Get in a position, Jesse, where you kick the field goal and the clock's hit 0.
It just comes down to which plays that you can run in your sleep here. Easy things you can go out and execute to give your kicker the best shot at winning this game.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now. You have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Oh, and they get to it. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak